Well, good evening. Well, might not be evening, but it's evening for me. So guys, I just want to start the video off with me and explain that I'm going to do a little bit different a video this time around. And what I'm going to do is actually, you will hear me talking over the video that you will be watching, because Renee asked me if I could do a video about why carpet pythons. And for me, carpet pythons is Morelia. Of course, I have pythons that aren't Morelia, but why was it carpet pythons? So I figured it was best to go back to the beginning and show you from the start and explain to you as we go through how and why and what. And I can see the light changing on the camera. But anyway, and at the end of the video, I'll tell you why more so Morelia. So hang in till the end of the video, and I hope you'll enjoy. So basically, Jack came into my life as in terms of an abandoned snake, and he was left in a house that was rented by somebody, and they left behind not just Jack but Lacey. And after I've put a little bit of Jack here, I will bring in a video so that you can actually see Lacey as well. But I got a phone call from somebody who was cleaning the house and getting it ready for the next people to rent, and to tell me there were 2 snakes sitting in a tub, and they'd known that house had been empty for months. I am so surprised that both these, they were only little. I have guesstimated, being a word that I know isn't an English word, but guess them to be maybe a couple of years old, but still very young. And I arrived, here they were in a tub. There was a water bowl in the middle. There was a little bit of water in it, which gave me a little bit of hope that whomever had been putting water in there, I don't know, but I would think after months there would be no water at all. But I did notice that Lacey, the female, was very dehydrated, so I really had to get her home and get her hydrated, which I did by soaking her in bath and actually putting Gatorade in crystal form, dissolving it and putting her in, which helps them get that fluid into them much quicker than just sticking them in normal water. But a week of that and she was back to doing really well. So that is Jack and Lacey, and as you will see, they are coastal carpet pythons. If you don't know, that is what they are, a male and a female. So that is how they came into my life, and only having them, oh my goodness, not long really, Lily, my jungle python, arrived. So I'll move on to the Lily video now. So this is Lily, my female jungle carpet python. I knew when I got Jack and Lacey, I was hooked. That was it for me. And hooked when it came to, at that point, carpet pythons. I just knew that I wanted more of them in my life. And Lily came about due to somebody having her, not really liking her, not bonding with her, and I was very fortunate to be asked if I would like Lily. So I took Lily, and as you can see, she is absolutely gorgeous. She is, I don't have words to explain my relationship with my girl. She is precious to me. I love all my snakes, and I'm not saying Lily's my favourite. I just know that her and I have an incredible relationship with one another, and I'm, forever humbled that she has bonded with me to the degree that she has. So that is how Lily came into my life. Then, of course, and I'm using my brain here to remember the next one, which is Jessie. Very quickly after Lily, I saw a jungle python that was no longer wanted. He was bought as a Christmas present for a couple of children, and when the parents realised there was a lot more to caring for them than sticking them in an enclosure and away they went, requiring heating and so forth, and humidity and all those things, I was also again very lucky and brought Jessie home, and you will see he is, grown a heap, and I, will find some older footage and put in here, I hope, and if so, you'll be seeing that right now of him as a little one, and I can't believe just how big Jessie has got. I got him at 1, and he's now going to be 4 in January of next year, so he is doing extremely well, and he's got his own little quirks that you've all seen, but I love him very, very much and enjoy spending my time with him as well. So of course, so far we have carpet pythons in my life. I was kind of on a roll and just loved them and thought, yeah, these are exactly what I want in my life. So then came, and I did a switch, and I got little Maya. Here's Maya. So yes, Maya is a spotted python, and it was actually my daughter that saw her and said, "Mum, look how beautiful this little one is." And at that stage Maya was a few years old, but she was another snake, which is often the case, no longer wanted. And I thought, yeah, I'll take her. She's a beautiful little girl, and I thought she's just perfect for the little kids to handle. And she's been a great member of the family here, has bonded really well and doing really well with us. The only thing I've noticed with Maya is in the change of season to winter, she does get a respiratory infection, which I have to medicate. Well, I use the F10 and she will get over it, and then she's brilliant all summer into autumn and spring. Well, what do we say? It's winter, spring. Winter she has it, spring she's fine, summer she's great, autumn is when I start keeping my eye on her, and then I do keep a close eye, and I know that she's getting one when she's not wanting to eat so much, and until then I can't see that she has one, and I do check her, but generally when she refuses a meal I go, righto, I'm onto it now. So that's little Maya and how she came into my life. And then, of course, I have to really think here, guys. I do believe I then got Tessa at that point, or I may have, no, sorry, I do believe I got a Pani, who is also a spotted python. So let's get into a video on her. So this is a Pani, and she is also a spotted python, but of course she's patternless. A Pani is over a year old now. She will be 2, I believe, after Christmas, January, February, from memory. I don't have all my paperwork in front of me, so it's off my top of my head, guys. But as you can see, she is a tiny little dot still, and she is also little but big and brave and ready to challenge anything and climb anything and go anywhere, and yeah, a beautiful little python. But once again, you know, a maculosa, not a Morelia. And I've really enjoyed her from a little one as a baby, and having her here with me. In between I did get Layla, a blonde spotted, which I forgot to say that Maya is a blonde spotted, but you know, Layla wouldn't eat, and she did pass away when she was about 3.5, coming up 4 months old. So, but I have a Pani, and as you know, she is tiny, but she'll get bigger and she'll end up being similar size to what Maya is by the time she's that 4 years of age. Then of course I got Tessa, and wow, what can I say about Tessa? So let's move on to her video. So the guy that actually had Tessa had 6, and he was selling all of his snakes, and he was left with 6 of his Bradleys, and really just wanted them out the door. So sometimes you walk in at the right time and you get a really good deal on them, and I chose Tessa, and I've had her for over a year. She's been my toughest and hardest to get her to chill, but she's getting there and she's doing really well. You'll see she's quite a big girl now, and getting bigger and bigger and bigger all of the time, to the degree that I'm now looking at needing desperately to get her into a bigger enclosure. But she's okay. For now, she's okay. She's got food and water, and she can warm and cool and all the right things. So yeah, that is how Tessa came into my life, and a Morelia and a carpet python. So then I got my little Darwin albino. Oh my goodness, trying to remember. I'm always saying I have a terrible memory, but it's the truth, guys, I do. But yes, I did want one, but at the time when they were born, they were all spoken for, and Amaya was going to be kept as a breeder, and fortunately the breeder decided he didn't want her anymore. So here is Amaya. As you can see, beautiful. They're just stunning. She is a tricolour, and I've explained what that means looking at them. She is over a year old too. She's doing really well. Seemed to take forever for her to get some size on her, but she's booming now and growing very well, and will also be needing a bigger enclosure. It's just never-ending cycle with snakes when you get them little and they keep growing. Another carpet python. Definitely they are irresistible to me, and yes, so what am I looking at there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 carpets at this particular point. So yeah, she's gorgeous, as you can see in the video. Lovely little girl, has done really well, good little eater, and one of the beautifuls of our carpet pythons, I think. I think they're all beautiful, but just her colours are very outstanding. So now we'll move on to my last and final python, which is Sia. So let's get into that video. Well, as you can see, Sia is a diamond python. She is a Morelia, but not considered carpet python. They are just a diamond python. Beautiful, naturally beautiful. We don't really need to do anything to colour them up or pattern them up, as far as I'm concerned. They are beautiful all on their own. I've had Sia not over a year yet, but she is 3 years of age and coming up to 4, I'm gathering. You know, that general, I'd have to get her paperwork out. Sia has been a very different, definitely a different snake or python to have in my life. She's came from somewhere where she was going to be bred and no longer wanted as a breeder, so no use for her, I guess, and obviously minimal handling and so forth, and it very much shows. They were very afraid to get her in and out. I didn't have an issue with that, and I still don't, but has very peculiar little things about herself, but other than that, she's doing okay. She loves getting outside. She loves to climb when she's out if I help her, but she will not climb. She's just not a climber at all. Did not have that available to her as a little one. You know, you would think they would just know and they would just do, but that unfortunately is not the case, and her muscle tone is really very poor as well. So I'm doing everything to build those muscles up for her, but you can still see that she is one very pretty girl, and I'm glad that I did go and get her and have her in my life. So that is basically how they all came into my life and why I have who I have. So now I'll switch back to me and tell you a little bit about why carpet pythons. So now you've seen all my carpet pythons, and now I'll tell you why Morelia carpet pythons. And basically, apart from the fact that, you know, they're beautiful, and out in the wild they come in so many different colours and patterns. They're not all the same. You can see one and then see another one 100 meters further on, and it's completely different to the other one that you just saw, but they're both coastals. So there's so many variations of them out in the wild, And there are variations of them in captivity. But for me, it's not about the way they look, their colours, their patterns. But I find that carpet pythons are extremely intelligent. And I'm not saying that other types of species of snakes here or anywhere in the world are not intelligent. They all are intelligent, just some are quicker and faster to learn things that we show them and do with them. And I find that carpet pythons are pretty quick. So for me, that is what I have noticed about them, apart from their beauty, and why I love the Morelia and carpet pythons. You all take care of yourself, your family, your friends, your snakes, and all your animals. Ciao.